Welcome to this quick review of an inside stateroom on Norwegian Breakaway, the first of a series of really groundbreaking ships from Norwegian Cruise Line that really changed the game in cruising. But inside cabins are pretty standard regardless of the ship. So you're going to be looking at Stateroom 5731, located on Deck 5 of NCL's Breakaway, which is a cruise ship built in 2013 and refurbished in 2020. Let's see how in October of 2024 the ship looks. And I forgot my key card, so Ashley's gonna help us out. So this is an inside cabin in Norwegian. So we'll go ahead and start over here with your vanity slash desk area, which does have this open cabinet area. There is a fridge in your breakaway inside stateroom, and hard to see here, but there is a hairdryer. You have this extra seating area. I think that has storage. Let's find out. You do have a sort of a tabletop. Oh, and storage. So wow, that's actually really helpful. So you could store a few things in there if you wanted to. Then you have only 2 outlets in the inside cabin, which we found to be a little bit challenging. Your telephone, and then a mirror, obviously. But I think the European outlets are actually not functional. Well, who knows? So you have a standard overhead light. The decorations are definitely not included on the standard cabin. And on the side of the bed, in our configuration, a queen configuration, which is really 2 twins. They can configure it, I believe, in 2 twins individually. So you have on each side, you have a little table, which is additional storage. One of Ashley's favorite storage features is this extra sort of shoe cabinet area and a very small TV. You're going to kind of show how small the TV is. Like, can you show?
Shoe.
Oh, a shoe for scale. So it's a pretty small TV. Not very much going on in the TV department, but another place to store that. You got a table. You come in after a long day of excursions, and you're probably wondering, like, why is there a ladder in the corner? And if you've never had an inside stateroom with a Pullman bed, a little bit different in this configuration because it does not pull down from the roof. It actually pulls out from the side like so. Then you have an additional bed right there with all of the bedding. So if you bring in 3 people, you can comfortably fit in this particular cabin, which is pretty cool. Now for the closet, let's take a look at the closet. Pretty big closet as far as cruises go. It's got a top shelf, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 additional shelves, and then your inside space here where you can hang up your clothes. So for us, for 2 people, that was more than enough. A lot of people store their stuff under the bed once they're done with it, so that's cool. And everybody wants to know the next one, which is the bathroom. So surprisingly, on the inside cabin on the breakaway, you do have a shower door, which is a little bit atypical. Clean, very nice, standard bathroom. Does have a fair amount of space. I thought was pretty impressive space-wise. It's got the mirror there. You've also got the ability to, I think, yeah. There is not a plug, so that's my bad. And then the actual shower itself. Has a nice high-pressure water. Really impressed with that. It's got the hook tensor line so you can store additional items like your bathing suits. You've got the shower head that does pull out, which is nice, and Norwegian does include some of their own individual branded soaps, as well as your pretty typical shower drainage area. You can see that it's definitely worse for wear in terms of age. They've got a few patches that they have done to the shower itself, and even on the floor there is some tile that's pretty cracked. So this is not a modern stateroom by 2024 standards, but it's also not the worst stateroom I've ever been in. So that's what you're getting in terms of the inside cabin on NCL's Breakaway. It's comfortable for 2 people. If you're used to a balcony, you're going to be a little bit cramped, but I'm starting to really enjoy the inside stateroom experience because you're spending so much time in the actual ship. Balconies are nice. Now I will say most inside staterooms do not get the swan towel decoration. We happen to be cruising for our anniversary, so that's probably a little bit non-standard. So for day 1, I would say that my initial assessment of the interior room, the interior cabin that we have as probably with most things on the ship, is a lot of times you say the photos don't do something justice. In the case of the Breakaway, with all due respect, the photos do a little bit too much justice to the look of the interior stateroom. It's definitely very dated. They're definitely going with the like earthy brown tones. And I have to say that the website photos and even photos from other video review sites definitely overhype the modern feel of the interior cabin stateroom, but it was relatively clean. There were some touch-ups that we had to do with cleaning the countertops and all of that sort of stuff. But in terms of an interior stateroom, it's not horrible. It does have enough space for two people, and it was right where we like to be, which is by deck 6, 7, and 8. So if you're gonna pick an interior stateroom on the Breakaway, it's not bad, but it's also not great. But I know when I go cruising, I don't just want to see a stateroom, I want to see my stateroom. So this is stateroom 5731 and inside on Norwegian Breakaway, October of 2024, renovated in 2020, built in 2013.